That's crazy, bro. That's wild, bro. We just had Lucy movie premiere just a few days ago, Monday.
And that's what you performed?
Yeah, had a performance, everything. I was in the movie myself, so it was a good shit. Yeah. Now I'm an HHF mega star. HHF is signed Glenn and Lucy, so it's like everything's just incorporated together. I'm meeting all these celebrities, these artists, singers, models, entrepreneurs, talking. Yeah, now right. It's like, and I'm just walking into the movie.
You see that Doja Cat video?
Yeah, I only see yeah, I changed, but yeah, I changed for better, and better for me is to stay the fuck away from you. So who runs the schools? The government. And runs, the hospitals, all the pharmaceuticals, the government. It's all put in place. You know what I'm saying? All these companies, big name companies, they're all in the part with the government. So it's all just part of a big universal system that's here.
On the men that get in the industry, always end up wearing dresses.
Oh yeah, that's another humiliation ritual. It's another.
The youth is more violent.
It's right, and they're growing up way too fast. Like they're you see 12-year-olds with guns. Like, have you ever had any incidents where it felt like your life was in danger? Or yeah, I had a show with Finesse 2 times back in August, and it was a shooting. So he was walking out the door, and as soon as he walked out, the damn hormone blockers for fucking preteens. You're fucking 12, and you're talking about hormone blockers because you don't want to go into puberty, and you're trying to stop the process.
We do not care about being canceled, judged, hated, or even outcast. We will say what everyone seems so afraid to say. It's about time we did some revaluation on our whole generation. We're done believing in the lies told by our government and the constant attacks on our people. From our food, to the water, to the entertainment industry, the music industry, even the air we breathe. We talk about it all. We will not wait for change. We will be the change. And with all that said, welcome to the New Gen Revaluation Podcast.
Hey man, what's up, y'all? It's the New Gen Revaluation Podcast. Got a special guest on here, King Ditto.
What's going on, bro? Yeah, what's going on?
Collins turning jet, Soul Baby, right there. So really want to bring him on here to really talk about what he got going on. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself.
What's going on, man? So I'm King Ditto, the legend from Atlanta. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at King Ditto. That's KING.DITTO_, man. Y'all be a little bit time, man.
Yeah. And really to start off, I really want to know how did you become King Ditto? Where did this all start?
Well, so first, King Ditto, man. I came from, it was COVID time, but that's really where I say, that's where the whole world was, just at sit down, time out. So everybody really got to know, if you did that digging, get to know, who you are as yourself, by yourself. And that's who you have pretty much at that moment. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the hard conversation you gotta have with yourself. That pushing that full, to be all up here. But during that time, I started digging more into doing some music, because beforehand, I was doing casually, just making music, wasn't releasing. I was just making it fun, right? And then I started listening more into different artists. I was really inspired by Gunna's 2020 album, one of that, yeah. Well, I love. First of all, I already wrote with Gunna, Ain't But Hard, man. For real, all that other stuff they got moving on with the Rat and the Cigarette, man. Ain't got nothing to do with me, for real. Ain't got nothing to do with me, man. And then he just dropped his last album, already go hard. Fuck You Mean already streaming crazy, so you already know. What can you say about the man? You really just hate it, and you hate it for real. And they're you just make so much good music, you can't blame for real.
I ain't gonna lie, nobody really care anyway. They said they bumping on with artists, so
for real, it's he ain't right on me, yeah. But yeah, I was inspired by him, and then just really, I got into an official studio, really started working, on some music for my catalog. For me, I think, the main goal for me is I want to be one of those artists that have a timeless catalog. But, falling behind, being inspired by that, coming out of lockdown, ran into Mallory industry. And, from there, she just kind of took me under her wing. And then I went to HHF. Now, megastar, been many places, done many archives, interviews, been on radio stations. It's been a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really blessed to be here. And then we just had a movie premiere just a few days ago, Monday.
And that's what you performed?
Yeah, had a performance, everything. I was in the movie myself, so he was it was a real good time, you know. So just kind of, between all this time, you have to learn, to take the good with the bad, take the bad with the good, and the ugly. But go ahead and say the other two, because it do get ugly. So, really just coming from all that and incorporating all that together, I feel like that made me a person and the artist who I am today. Just kind of out here doing my thing, and I really, I'm respected because, I don't know if it's all the way in. Old girl was talking, so I want you to bottle for my story. But I did the other. I met her out in the street, and she talked to me about modeling for her clothing store once upon a time. It was probably like a few months ago, and probably like 2 months ago. But it was crazy because I'm hopping out the car, and she remembered my face like, man, I too much I want to walk. Hey, I didn't expect for her to run over. I didn't expect to run into her because I was pulling up here, and I'm like, man, this reminded me of the girl. She said her store was over here. She asked me to model for her. She told me to pull up to her store. All that was the same girl. Same girl. It's crazy, man. But that's how it's like I be working. People be, like, and then I want to be like, look, endorsing dude. No, look, you got to get that money one way or another. At the end of the day, this is what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And I am a product. At the end of the day, you are a brand. The same thing with this, reevaluation podcast. You are a brand. Definitely. We get Xavers.
One question to that. When you was in your phase, playing around, making music, you wasn't really serious yet or not. Like, was there a person that was like, man, you really got to take this serious? Or it was like a encouraging person?
Yeah, there was. Because initially I was just like, I would literally come home. Everybody would be asleep. I had my roommates at the time. Everybody would be asleep. I would be in the studio, like, just on my laptop, making music casually. And then, eventually they would catch me. And then sometimes I'll play music from there, like, bro, like this actually kind of bad. Like, you need to go ahead and start getting serious. And, got serious with it. And then, like I said, and from there, taking it serious, ran into some like more people. And from there, showed me the way. And now,
little by little, fun.
Yeah, and the difference that even to that fact, like, there's no denying, because I feel like, joining HHF, I would just be an official, like, I wasn't even like an official member or nothing, but now I'm an HHF mega star, and I'm in, the Lucy movie premiere. HHF is signed Megan Lucy, so it's like everything's just incorporated together. I'm meeting all these celebrities, these artists, singers, models, entrepreneurs, hobby, and that, like, right, it's like, and I'm just walking into the so it's like, now it's like, it's just crazy. It's like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, really just see it from where I started from, just casually making music. And then I just actually went on the web saying, oh, you should take it serious. And I was like, I did that. And now it's like, now I'm just in such an elevated position as I feel like it can't go down. But, staying consistent seems like, so, yeah.
From where you are right now, where would you say you struggle with hopes during your music career?
I think for me, I need to branch out more. I need to work with more artists. I'm kind of in a place where I'm just really, like, even though I am outside and, being consistent with my work, and things that I need to do, talk to people I need to talk to. I really need to get out that shell, because when it comes to the studio, I don't necessarily really work with other artists too much. And, with that, I feel like that also comes with, hearing different sounds. If I can't talk to other artists, if I can't talk to like a Jamaican artist, I can't have the Jamaican sound. Or if I can't talk to somebody with an Italian artist, they got the Italy sound. You know what I'm saying? I tap it with them, and I can incorporate that sound into, like, and it's like, so now really you got to see that you're holding yourself back, because you won't, you're putting limits on yourself, and you won't, release yourself and really see what boundaries you can push. And really, for real, I really think for everyone, the sky is the limit as long as you're consistent and you chase your dream and you're consistent. Like, it's really it comes with that. Like, you got to understand it's going to be bad times, it's going to be good times, but at the end of the day, as long as you're making progress and you're moving forward, and it's like, I really just don't see why you cannot continue to reach the goal that you have set for yourself, because eventually you're gonna make it. Like, bitch.
If you look being consistent and persistent and just you got that vision in your head of where you want to be and what you want to do, you gonna, like you say, you gonna have the bads and goods, but I mean, you just gotta get through it. It's continually move forward.
Right.
Like,
No matter, like, especially, first starting off, because, everybody wasn't really, into my sound, but it's like the music sounded good. Of course, everybody, that's what artists gonna think. They gonna think they stuff sound good. I mean, that's not always the case. But, when it comes to people that actually do sound good, it's like sometimes you have to wait, and you have to wait your turn, because it's not saying like your music is bad, but people have to get to know you and understand that they have to hear what you're saying in your song. So it's like you have to give them that time. And, during the year and a half that I've been, outside doing all this stuff, now people really rocking with me. And like I say, I'm able to just walk in the rooms and I'm meeting all these people and I'm with all these things. Now being on these interviews, podcasts, being on the radio, doing all these shows, all this good stuff. So
I mean, yeah, because you put yourself out there, and then once you put yourself out there, you get presented to different opportunities.
Right.
You gotta make sure you start going to the different places where you need to be, and then you get your reward for being there.
Right. Pretty much. It's like, pretty much, my main about she's like, oh, we got this going on tonight, and they invited you. Do you want to go there? I'm like, yeah, I'll see. If I don't go to it, I may miss somebody who is in there. But if I do go, it's like, whoa, and then I'm always gonna have a good time, and I'm beating somebody. Right. So, with that, that also I need to do that back home, back studio, because I need to do that with artists. I need to, go out and work with artists, or hell, even invite them to, come record with me, because a lot of I can't even tell how many DMs I've been like, they want to have a song with me and features and stuff. Yeah, like I had business, put a price in that in a minute. Right now, I'm still trying to, build, but, in a minute, it's like, it's going to have to come. But, I just really have to take that chance and, it's kind of I would say really trade in, the money for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I wouldn't mind working with, a couple of other, artists that have a different sound, but I wouldn't say like, they're top notch or like, A-list celebrity, but I feel like a sound that I could use or that we could create, make an actually good song. And I feel like, you put enough promotion and marketing behind it, you will be just fine. You can already, we have that song yourself. You have your own sound created at that artist. So I feel like just working, with people as going out, you have to accept these opportunities, because, you don't, break your limits, then,
you said in the beginning, you said you didn't really want to work with other artists or like have like be on songs with other artists.
Yeah, it's because I'm just a very just private person, but just at the same time I have to realize I could be missing some opportunities, what I'm saying, and then at the same time I do learn a lot, from just being around other people, so they could be doing things or in the studio, and they can be talking with me and they can be teaching me things that I wouldn't know necessarily. So it's like back and forth.
Yeah, all the time. That's very important, because people do, and you said like you at first you didn't really want to work with the artists, and you could have bad experiences when you do get yourself out there and you say you want to work with these people, but with anything, it's gonna be bad too and a little bit of good, but you got to make sure you can grab what's good out of the situation, like just learn from it, even if that's like you did like have an L or whatnot. You can always learn from L's at the end of the day, or it's still gonna be a W at the end. So
definitely, and then most or other times than not, the good is going to outweigh the bad. So it's like that's really a really good driving force for right now. You really got to educate yourself. School ain't gonna do that no more. Shut up. Not that how you that. School is just, you said last time it looked like a prison.
Yeah, it's keep kids in there, and you know what I'm saying, force them to learn this information. Sometimes the information they can teach on not even true. So I know, just be careful what you. Well, I mean, you can't really get away from school, because they don't go to school. You got like your parents go to jail.
Yeah. What called true name? It is true name.
That's so crazy to me. I didn't.
But I would say the crazy thing about being in that prison, you know, I did take all courses, like, you know, I was really young in middle school, and I did honor course as well, as you had to be invited into like that society. So, you know, that's kind of like where I feel like my talent, like, and my spur for music is kind of lost. And like just being in that stuff, singing, I have like solo performances and stuff, really curious. Like, yeah, I just already knew, like, from that point, like, I kind of had a little something right there, you know. Yeah, and it's like, you know, I'm fast forwarding, you know, now we're here. Like, it's great. It really be great.
Yeah, I mean, like, when it comes to school, I feel like school may be good for certain things, but when they come to education, I feel like it's a little like, that's like, school is not really educating people to go do something.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
But it could educate you on like yourself, like your, like, how you are in different environments, or the people you hang around or whatnot. It'll help you, like, yeah, socially, kind of like,
Yeah, socially find yourself. Yeah, society.
depends, because I mean, I don't know, because when you get out of school, it be kind of different, because it's not, real life is not the same, actually. Like, well, once I was in school and then I got out, it's like
it hits you like, oh dang, real life for real.
Yes,
And then like me, I'm not the person that went to college, so it's like, how do people feel like that went to school? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they see real life? Yes, and they do get out in real life. Yeah, well, shit, I'll tell you, man, I went to school for a little bit. I went to Fort Valley State University, Kennesaw State University, and education. Did not finish. Yeah, I ain't finished. I just kind of got to a point, I'm just like, this is really, I'm shitting out all this money for a degree, and I'm not even guaranteed a job. Are you kidding? Like, nah. Or then I've already looked at that, you know, so many people doing their own stuff, you know, through entrepreneurship. I'm just like, why can't it be me? And they're making so much money. I'm like, why can't I do that? They're not teaching you this in high school. They're not teaching you this. They teach you how to stay in the system. They teach you how to be a doctor. Okay, yeah, you can be a doctor's lawyer. So yeah, I get that. But if you're going to do that, start your own practice, start your own doctor's office, start your own lawyers, you know, attorney practice shit. Like, do that. Don't work under somebody else. I just really feel like, you know, people get like, they get a degree and they just kind of stop there. You can still expand. Like, start your own business. You know, like, if anything, I feel like if I do go back to school, it will be for music and like sound, and you know, and then I was pretty much built from there. I just incorporate that into, you know, when I'm, you know, making music, being in the studio and all that good stuff.
So after high school, did you go straight into college?
Yeah.
So like, when you got into college, did it feel like you was like, this was real life, and you was like really experiencing like how it would be outside of some?
Nah, I mean, it's like, and I'll tell you, because I went to Fort Valley State first, so, you know, it kind of just felt like going back to school. So you go back to school, and then I didn't stay on campus. I had a special, you know, signed by the dean. So I had a house separate off of campus. It was owned by my grandfather. So I would really just go to school, and I would come home, and it's like the same. It's, yeah, kind of the same. I was just by myself, really. Like, school didn't really have necessarily a big change to it. And it's like, when I did hang out, I mean, like, of course, it was just, you know, they would have parties and stuff. It's like the same thing. You would just go out to the club down the street, you know, coming from a HBCU, go to what PWI? Yeah, PWI. You know, it's rather the same thing. I would just say it seems hard.
Wait, was you on campus when you went to the PW?
No, I did stay on campus. Oh no. I mean, the whole thing is, I mean, I have friends that stayed on campus, so it's like I could, like, you know, spend the night with them or whatever, like, you know, no problem. But it's like, I just always like to have my own stuff anyway. There's just like, I don't want to be under institution guidelines and standards. I just like
build some space.
Yeah, because like, if you got a dorm course, like, you got rules. Like, you got to be in your dorm, but it's a can't be like, what the hell? But bro, not is that I'm grown, but like, I'm my own person. Like, I don't like, if I want to have people over and I want to spend the night, that's just what it is. So I'm like, I'm going to have my own place, my own house, my own apartment. And I'm going to make that happen while still going to school. There's just ways to do stuff. Same thing. Like, you don't have to go to school. Once you leave high school, there's other things that you can do. You got people that are entrepreneurs, and now look at them, you got people, you know, making music, podcasts, interviews, like, and just, there's all types of things.
Different ages, all
it's limitless. It's limitless. So it's like you really just got to find your role, find your niche, what you really want to do per se, and you go and you pursue them. Like I said, like I thought going to school was, you know, what I wanted to do, and I got so far, but I was like, nah.
Yeah, what was you gonna do? Like,
I was a biology major, so with that I was gonna like probably like a doctor, like a like a general doctor, you know what I'm saying? So but you know, I was just like, it wasn't like necessarily like a full on passion that I had, you know. Is it like from the dude, like, yeah, for real. I just gotta do it. So especially like, and I do feel like, you know, with this music, you know, already starting to grow the way that it is, I feel like I could be making more. Just, you know, you get there. It's like once you get there, it's gonna be worth it. Like, but you gotta work hard. You gotta take the good, the bad, and the ugly. You gotta take it all. Same, and the doctor route ain't easy either. But I would say it's harder to become an entrepreneur than just going to school and then just becoming a doctor. Not saying it's not hard, but it is much harder, you know, going the entrepreneur route. So it's like everybody's lives are not the same. Some lives are easier. Some lives are much more difficult. But everybody has to play the card that they're dealt. And, you know, and for real to be raw, that's why some people can't. And that's why they, you know, suicide. And, you know, that's the way out. And, you know, God, what's their heart? You know, I don't like, you know, to see a gift that God has given people to give a claim, and, you know, they take it. You know what I'm saying? Because who would have known that their life would have been turned around? You know, like, who knows? But, you know, it's just, that's time to touch you up. Sorry, good. Suicide. But, you know, it's just, you just got to take the good and the bad. Hard times, I'm always like, that's just what I'm eating. Yeah.
would they influence to like be an entrepreneur or doing it as a doctor or like becoming a doctor or just taking the school route? I feel like the difference is when you take that initiative to become an entrepreneur, it's more like it really falls on you. It's like more independent, like that we're in line, like certain stuff. Like being an entrepreneur, you really got to work on like little stuff about yourself, like being lazy, whether or not, or being what's it called, organized. You got to work on the little stuff. So when you become responsible for that too, when you come. But if you go at the school route, you don't really have to work on yourself as much as you do the books, you taking tests.
Yeah, you're just something to be a puppet to work for somebody in
and then
it's just not preparing to work for yourself and to actually to stuff on your own. Your parents be honest and be paid a salary when you be getting paid just whatever the amount you want to get out there. You know, say it's still your role, like Brian waking up early before the BTO and then what? I think you gotta ask to take off. Like,
yeah, it's something to be where if I want to take this day off, I'm gonna take that day.
Exactly. See,
and that's why it's such a rise in entrepreneurship. I feel like it's some people that's just not gonna go like get told to do they whole like because we in school 12 years. Then we go to college, still somebody telling us to do. Then we get a job, still somebody telling us to do.
Yeah, you can tell kids that's not gonna do it early. I was almost saying like you got the kids that's trying to do what they want to do. But the schools make it so bad that you get out of class, they in the hallway, they're delinquents, you know what I'm saying? Really, they're just not being able to express because they're not conforming to the system.
Yeah, they want, man, like, it's a structure that, in a system that schools and, like, really just the whole, really the government has as a whole, because who runs the schools? The government. Runs, the hospitals, all the pharmaceuticals, the government. So like it's all put in place, you know what I'm saying? All these companies, big name companies, they're all in part with the government. So like it's all just part of a big universal system that's here on Earth. Well, at least here in America. Yeah, I would just say America. Let me say that.
Most definitely America.
And what I'll say is that if you look at Russia's government, you can see it's like America a little bit watered down for us. They got, their citizens are being trained in soldiers early on. But America's doing the same thing, they just lie to people not to see it. You know what I'm saying? They're putting people in these schools, workers early on in these schools, in the military early on. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing Russia doing, it's just Russia is not going to hide, they're going to take it.
Well, yeah, and that's what like, and that's like I do like just politics. Like you just learn it's so engaged and played and they hide so much stuff. Oh, yeah, it is crazy. That is one thing I do appreciate about Putin because he.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
Where he don't, well, he don't tell you how. And I always say that about Trump too. He don't play neither. He will like he don't like being controlled either. Well, that's why they try to lock his ass up now.
You know, he just said they try to kid me. He told about the government, just telling them.
Yeah, sure, I know. It's so these people. It's a lot of them that's gonna be puppets. But the ones that kind of start to act out, that's the ones they start to put up. Just like with certain, I feel like certain artists sometimes that's how it is. Like, well, it depends. Like, I feel like in the music industry, certain stuff happens behind the scenes.
Let's get into it. I don't know where you go.
Okay, yes. I asking about this. I feel like certain stuff happens behind the scenes, and when people start to shy away from what they want what they want the people to see, those people get packed up. And you know what I'm saying? People like, what's your take on that? Like, what's your
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, for me, I feel like I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm just gonna go ahead. I confess the name of Jesus Christ. Like, I'm a Christian. Like, I'm confessing. Yes, like I confess.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I'm still, you know, making my music, doing my own thing, but at the same time, I'm not going to conform to, you know, the Hollywood industry, because that's really where, you know, it all sets. You know, you see all these big mainstream artists now, you know, they're doing good, but you don't know what they're doing to keep that spot. Or they do eventually. That's right. And, you know, you guys go to all these concerts, rituals, you know, like we can see, you know, how they just change. You can see how they started in the beginning of their music career. It's so now everybody is so satanic. Who was that?
That's exactly what I was.
Like, I'm glad I said the word, like, satanic. And you know, and it's crazy because people just they're already under the influence of the music. They're just like, they just want to do what they want to do, and you know, stop. It's like, but let's just be real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something going on that you got 1, 2, 3, 4, all the goddamn artists dressed in satanic and trying to push a satanic influence to everybody that listens to the music. Where is the uniqueness to where, like I said, I was not enough for God, but it's like nobody's the same nowhere. Everybody's satanic, and it's like. And they moving, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they're trying to move to push the Hollywood to another realm. So,
and then, you know, now it used to be like kind of like not as obvious, but now they throwing it in people's faces like that. It's not those kind of video.
Yeah, they pushing it now. I only see, like, listen, like, it's gotten so bad now. I don't even watch the music.
Yeah, I did.
Like, even sometimes listening to the music, I just have to cut it off. I just like, I can't even listen to this. And it's like, it's just so like. But people are so blind to that they don't actually be hearing, you know, listen to me and say, man, you're probably just, but it's like art, like people, like, they're masterminds. They would put the beat in such a synchronization where it's like you're more intuitive to the beat and you're not hearing what's being said, but you can hear the words, but more so the cadence of the words with the beat, but not hearing what's being said. You know, so really you just taking in all that. You're just taking in all that, like, you just sit there listening to all that, and you're just taking in all that, and then that's how you become under their mind control. That's how you go. Like, if I go to somebody, I'll be like, I don't like Doja Cat because of this. Like, I can say because she's satanic, and then, like, people they can probably say, yeah, she is, but why does that matter? Don't judge. Like, that's the thing. They stand up for now. There's like, because first it was satanic, like you said, it was behind the scenes, but now. It's got to the point like, okay, now we know we got the people under our control, so now we can't just put it out and people are going to stand up. I didn't bring 10. Yeah, it's all everything's a program. As time goes on, like, man, as time goes on, you're going to see, like, the world is going to get, it's going to get darker and darker.
You know, I think about you, like you said, when the people first got in the industry, it wasn't like that. But I feel like you just said, slowly they got to be able to show it in our faces more and more. So, like, not only did the artists change when they got in the industry, I feel like the followers came with them. Like, you know how they go to different stages, so they slowly start to do more satanic stuff.
Yeah.
Now that you, like, said what you said about how, like, fans just backing it up, it's kind of like they changed slowly with the artists as well when they came in. Because, I mean, some people seen that video or the Doja Cat, or, like, they're like, nah, okay, Jesus or whatever. But the old people that's really locked in, they pumping it still, just looking at the beat, they like, oh yeah, It's just a music video.
Yeah, like they're not looking at it like that, but it's like you really like that. But that's really what's going on, whether you like it or not. That's really what's going on. But they don't want to see it like that because that's the truth. And a lot of people cannot handle the truth. They don't like the truth, so they block this.
And you know, that's why I think that's why I feel like it's hard for like up and coming artists, because like certain music will get pushed more than other just because it's following their agenda with the
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, it is hard, and it's like, and if you don't, make the music that they or that's more appealing, into the agenda, you get put up when you get cut, or or you don't make it as hard. And that is, that's one of the ugly things about being an artist. Yes. So, it's really just, like I said, I'm gonna confess the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm gonna go as far as I don't want to go.
As far as I don't want to go, and as far as he takes me, so that's all I can say. And I'm gonna leave that up to him. So I ain't gonna let no caps be put on me. So that's all I can say.
That's good to hear, man. I'm not gonna lie. But sometimes people, like, what you care about most might not be what somebody else care about most, right? Especially when you're doing deals. So you definitely gotta, like,
right, there has to be some type of understanding, like, with that, like, that has to be, like, worked out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, because you gotta make sure the people you associate yourself with know, depending on what you care about, you gotta know that they looking out for you too. Like, you can't just do a deal with somebody that's trying to get you, like, that has their own motives behind why they helping you, besides like trying to get you up there, and it's not only for the money.
Right. Well, I mean, in all honesty, like, everybody has their own motives, but it's like, it's just for, like I said, I feel like more so, like, it has to be understanding. So that has to come with, like, I feel like, this, and we can work together with this. Like, that definitely has to be understood.
Yeah.
Like, that, like, everybody has their own motives, because you're not going to be working with somebody unless you have, some type of motive for it.
Right,
Like, let's
right.
be honest, let's get down to the raw dog. But, but it has to be understood, and it has to be announced between the two parties or entities or however many that's going on, and that's where you guys come to an agreement.
Yeah, so it's not like nothing secret.
Right.
It's like you both talked about this.
Right, so it's like you have the agreement, everything's set in stone, and then now if anybody steps outside of the agreement, now, different actions can be taken. I just feel like as long as everybody's upfront and real, and we come to an agreement, like, but that's the first thing. Like, everybody has to come in and say what their motive is, what they want out of this, what they want to do for, what I'm saying, and what y'all can do for, what I'm saying. It's like, what can I give to you? What can you give back to me? And what can we do for each other and give, all together? Like, that has to be the first thing that's discussed. It's like motives and all that, like, and then once you guys have an understanding, you guys have an agreement. Once the agreement's set in place, you step out the agreement. Now, different actions can be taken or whatever it happens.
Yeah, okay.
So have you ever been put in like an ultimatum?
Ooh, man.
I'm already knowing in this industry.
Man. She got a story. I ain't got that story yet, but Valerie do. But yeah, that's what I haven't quite had that experience just quite yet. Unless she knows something that I don't.
He ain't getting no ultimatum.
I ain't getting no ultimatum. Okay. Not yet. Ain't getting no ultimatum just yet. But hell, if it comes to an ultimatum, like, I already know I shouldn't be working with you. Like, nah, I'm not even.
Yeah, okay.
I'm probably gonna peep that about you. Like, oh, this is a person that's probably gonna, this is my way.
Yeah.
Like, I would probably already peep that about your personality. Like, the first few hours being with you, we talk about going into business. Oh yeah, we gonna have some time. We gonna eat lunch together. We gonna hang out for a bit. I'm gonna get the vibe, and we gonna talk. That's what I'm saying. Like, once you guys get to talking, like, you learn a lot.
And it's like, cause there's some people that they just sound like the average sketchy person. Like you really think you fooling somebody? You know what I'm saying?
And then, like, even for me, like, I don't even talk this much, but like a lot of people say, like, I'm just quiet. It's like, that's because I just let people talk, and from that, like, I learned, like, just already, like, a lot of people expose themselves.
Just let them.
And just let them run. Like, some people just talk, they don't even know. They just keep on going, and they just say some, and you learn. You just learn it. You just take it in all that. You observe all that. Like, I don't be into all that talking stuff. I don't need you learning too much about me. Unless we in this case, and I want to control how much. All right, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah,
So like, you get into like some like times where it's like everything is kind of out of place. You got distractions around you. What's some like tactics you use to distract you away from those distractions?
Well, you definitely have to get away. I feel like I do be taking like little excursions. Like I'll book like a hotel for like a weekend, like go to the top floor or something like that. You know, with someone with a nice view. You know, I'll go out there yeah. On my own. So I bring Mallory along sometimes too, but you know, just having that time away, you know, to really, you know, refocus on yourself and, you know, fortify yourself, get some fortitude and solitude, because sometimes that's what we need to get ourselves back on track. You know, you have to really discipline yourself, and you really have to, you know, you can distance yourself away. It's not like you're running away. Yeah, I see it differently, but, you know, you just have to distance yourself from some situations for a little bit and come back.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like, are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so like on your music journey, have you had any trouble like with females, like getting in the way of certain things?
Oh yeah, man. They always trying to, you know, get my attention, and, you know, DMs be crazy. So I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, I know my pride, so I don't let that.
Don't even entertain that shit.
I don't try to get an opportunity. Like, unless we talking about some money, like what was going on, I don't need to be for real. Like, and that's really just my mindset now. Like, unless we really got, like, unless you give me an opportunity, or we talking about some money, or we get, like, it's really like I don't really have too much time for that nowadays. For real. So, like, everybody just want to be, oh, Ditto, I wanna. I can't do that.
Staying focused, get
you know what I'm saying? Because like right now, it's like I'm kind of like I'm in wind up mode, like for a slingshot, like the slingshot being pulled back. So I'm about to
take off.
I'm just about to. It's still being pulled back a little bit right now. I still got some more to pull back, but when that shit go all the way back, that shit when it's gone, it's gone.
So,
To the moon.
So do you believe in like a 50-50 aspect?
Explain that.
Like, you feel like, so if you're dealing with somebody, do you feel like
like in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, like half on the bills and all that?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I feel like it depends on the situation.
Okay,
You know, if I'm in, you know, but I'm generally traditional. Like, if I'm in a position to where I can just take care of everything, I definitely will do that.
That's what's going on.
But let's look at reality now. In the economy that we're living in, two people have to work. Like, ends will not be made. Now, unless you just got it like that, cool. But I'm just like more of a realist. Like, I've seen, you know, my friends' relationships, you know, their girlfriends have to work, and, you know, it's fine. But I mean, it's a little bit of stress. Like, I ain't gonna say like it's easier, but I don't necessarily know. But they manage okay. But I just understand, you know, that's just what it is, because the economy now, like, one person working a regular job is just not gonna cut it unless you're doing entrepreneurship, or you're just getting paid 6 figures. And then it's like, for real, I be looking at all these damn women, and they be talking about they want a man with 6 figures, and, you know, like just all this shit. But it's like, but for real, like, we can just go ahead and start at the 6 figures. Let me turn to Kevin Simmons real quick. We can just go ahead and start at the 6 figures already. Like, there's only 1% of men in the world making 6 figures. Get the fuck out of here. Like, and you think he's going to choose you? A man making 6 figures is going to be having like 6 girls on the side, and you're going to be the 6th. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, man.
You're not going to be the main, and the main has to deal with him fucking all these other bitches, and you don't want that, because you just want to be the number one. That's not going to happen. So you might as well get you a regular man who just works hard. He could provide for you, put food on the table, emotionally support you, and just hang with that. Just find a good regular man, because you don't want a man who has 6 figures and all this shit going on, and he's fucking 6 other bitches, and you can't, and you're heartbroken because he's doing that, because he can do that, and that's what he wants to do. Because why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. That's what men are going to do.
Yeah.
I feel like that's it's like that, because I feel like men and women hit they peak at different ages. Like, women, they gonna be, you know what I'm saying, doing all that crazy stuff at like 18 to 27. You know,
They're
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying?
dashed out by like mid-30s, 40s. Well, depending on, you know, your time clock, but most is, I would just say 40. Like, now, you know, your body's not as tight, and, you know what I'm saying, like, your biological expiration date has come. Men, we like fine wine. Like we age better with time, for real. Like, because the more that a man is alive in the older years, like that's the more time he has to build his, financial status and resources, which is what women, want. And then, that's typically,
older.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Typically older men. So that's just what it is. But, they just be so delusional now. They watch too many Disney princess movies where they just have Prince Charming come in and now the words are gone. But like, no, that's not reality. Like,
they want that fairy tale relationship.
Man, that shit is not real.
It's
like,
not.
Marriage is not meant for you to be happy. Like, let's be honest. Like, people like, I want to be happily married. Like, nah, there's no happily married.
You know what I mean?
That's the goal, to be happily married, but sometimes that's not what it is. But you enter that covenant, that commitment with each other. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
But that's really where I feel like a lot of people fail, because they don't spend that time, getting to know that person. They just go in so quick and they fuck around and have a baby. It's like, damn, talking about marriage, you already have an 18-year covenant because you have a child with this person. So you have to see them, or you have to pay child support. Like, you already signed that's like your blood contract with that baby and that woman, because now you're stuck to her. If you don't fuck with her, you're stuck with her because she had your kid. That's like one thing about me, because I don't have kids.
Yeah,
So like
I'm pretty sure everybody.
Like, that was one thing coming up. Like, one thing coming up, I was like, I cannot have no kids like until I'm like at a certain age. Like, I have this in my head. I'm like, bro, like, at least like now I'm like, I don't want to have kids until I'm at a certain point in my life. So I'm like, I don't want to be, like, I mean, children are a blessing, but at the same time, that's just another responsibility that I don't want to deal with. And then also, and then also, coming with that, the woman that you have the child with, like, you have to deal with that as well, whether you guys are together or split apart, because now you guys made a little human being together. Now you guys have to deal with that responsibility and deal with each other. And that's just like, I'm smart enough to, I'm not ready for that. Like, nowadays, I'm not big boy enough for that.
Nowadays, a lot of people is not fit out to be no moms.
Man, not moms or dads either.
Yeah, dads too.
Crazy. Like,
if I have a kid, I know I'm taking care of that kid, brother. Like, it's
straight up. But I'm just already being pre-responsible by just not even having.
Right.
I'm just not even gonna bring them here yet. Like, I'm just not even, because, like I said, like, when I do bring them here, I want them to have I don't want them to want for nothing.
Yeah, like, I want them to have fun as a child. Like, I don't want to ever tell them they can't do nothing. I don't want them to ever feel like they, and never me not being able to provide for them. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure before I even get into kids, or even like now, like, I don't even want to really be in too many relationships, just because it's like, that's somebody you got to take care of too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just adding more responsibilities to you.
Can't even fully take care of everyone else because you ain't take care of yourself. So it's like, you can't even fully be the best version of yourself to other people and do what you need to do, because you already all messed up and knocked up and fucked up and all that. So it's like, you can't.
And then some people want to get taken care of, but you don't really know them for real. Like, people change, you know what I'm saying? So people will change. You know what I'm saying? So
it's so crazy.
They come and beg, like, when you at a certain point in life, people will come begging you for a handout. They gonna come, oh, you remember when I did this? You know what I'm saying? Like, they just gonna start trying to,
man, I'll tell you what, man.
Use old past stuff they did for you.
It's like past favors.
Like,
you
owe them.
Like, nah, it's like, you can just reap the benefits of me being around.
Yeah,
that's why
I'm here.
And if I rock with you for real, like,
that's it. And then I just
I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that you know what I'm saying, give back the care you gave
straight.
Well, nah, because I'm a real nigga, like, cause shit, like, last Monday, like, there was like a nigga running around in the streets just talking crazy. So like, he come back and he trying to shake my hand saying, "What's up, dude?" I'm like, what? I just look at his ass. I'm like, it's like, then he down on his knees, bro, come on, bro. And then he called Pippa Ken over. He talking to him. It's like, bro, tell it, like, not like Pippa Ken, the owner of HA, like, nah. I was like, I don't fuck with you because you weird. Like, I gotta distance myself because the way you acting in the streets, like, I can't be around that. So I gotta distance myself from you. Like, we keep it cordial, but just know I'm not gonna say hi to you. So now you know. I'm just a raw individual, because for real, like, all that, shit, like, I can't. My energy, and that, like, I already know, because my energy already irritates they demons anyway. So it's like, they demons just already start popping up and coming out at me. So I'm like, I already know I don't need to be around. I already know.
Yeah, it's like, the older you get, you see the people, like, how messed up people is sometimes. Like
it's crazy.
Yeah, they used to be normal people you used to kick it with. They just like, damn, that person really do not like you. They despise you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, bro.
They don't. But and it's like I'll tell you, like, you know, you guys are saying all that stuff. Like now it's like I'm elevated. Now I have all these people, you know, that I used to know, you know, hit me on my line, and you know, they just asking for favors and stuff. I'm just like, no, I mean, I did rock with you back then, but now this is a new version of me. Like, I haven't seen you since then. Like,
right,
now I'm in a different bracket. Like, I can't. Like, I mean, like, what's up? Like, what you need? You want a conversation? But anything other than that, like,
then they try to say you changed or you got selfish or whatnot. But no, bro, I'm just trying to do better for me, for everybody around me.
Right. I mean, I do believe people change, but I'm like, it's either if you change for better or for worse. It's like, or hell, if you don't change, that's even worse. Because I can't stand a person that's, you know, I seen them and then I come back and they still in the same place 3 years later.
Gosh,
I can't stand it.
And it's the
like,
worst when you see potential in certain people and then you come back and they like
still in the same place.
Like he's like, dang.
Now it's like if they got off worse, now I would have to hear the story behind that shit. But at least you done went some goddamn where you was doing something to have fucked yourself up. You probably took a risk or something, as long as the situation ain't bad. But,
yeah.
You know, it's just I can't be around that. And you know, a lot of people, you know, hell, coming from high school, I was a really different cat. You know, like I said, all I did was I went to school and then, you know, once I graduated, went straight to school. So then I played football. So all I did was I was just mostly, that's all I did. But now I'm out, I'm in the streets, you know, doing all these, you know, different things. You know, these different people are seeing that, and now they in my DM or they on my line. And I'm just like, but you haven't checked on me like since I graduated. Like I was still quiet, like I was still in school, but you know, you ain't pull up, you ain't talking to me, you ain't do like. That's weird. Now you see that I'm different, and now you trying to fuck with me.
Now you like, hey, what's bro?
I can't do that. Like, yeah, I changed, but yeah, I changed for better, and better for me is to stay the fuck away from you.
I'm not even gonna rock with you till you doing what you say you're gonna do.
I'm a big people person. I will say that. Nonetheless, it's just I've learned. You know, I give. You know, I'm a big giver. If I got some money, I'm gonna give it up. You know, hell, when you get me on a few drinks, I'm giving money out to everybody. Like I'm just a giver. But you know, just with that, you know, I have to learn to, you know, control, you know, who you give to, because you can't give to everybody. Like that's one of the lessons I learned. Like I feel like you have to give to the people that, you know, are willing and that actually need it. Now it's like, you know, people calling my line, you know, favors. Certain favors maybe, but most times it's just like, okay, like you just popped out the woodwork, you popped out the blue, like I ain't fuck with, like nah, a nigga I've been fucking with, like, or I know him for a good minute and we rock, okay, yeah, cool, but yeah, we rock once upon a time and now you coming back cause
them people you like just talk to for a little minute, don't even know them for real, ain't never went over to their crib when y'all was younger, they'll come back and be like, oh, fuck with me with this, or you know, be like, bro, come on, bro. I don't know you like that.
Can't even. It's like some of the realest folks I have now. Well, I ain't got too many, but some of the realest niggas I got now, like I met them within like the time span of me, you know, starting to come up. Hell, your dad is one of them.
Yeah,
like, that's the real homie. Like shit, you one of the realest niggas. You the little nigga, so you a real nigga, so I already know, like shit, you came from the same thing, so. I already know the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
What did y'all meet? Like, what's like? How did y'all meet? I don't even know that. Like, how did y'all meet? Like,
I can't even get to all the details of that.
Tell me something about that. Like,
but I mean, we just met. But for real, I mean, we met and we just kind of, you know, we just hung out and, you know, and we was just cool, like, you know, and he's always gave me, you know, good advice if I needed to talk to him, and you know, he's just been a good friend and just a good person all around, for real. Yeah. Like I said, that's real nigga. Like he gonna tell you how it is. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Very wise too. Very, very wise. So yeah, I do respect your dad a lot. So I know he probably gonna be just like his motherfucking ass. I'll be calling your line like, man,
you already know.
Rodney's ass. Man, Rodney's ass.
So I know music. There's more stuff that comes with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, biggest thing people don't understand is like being an artist is one of the most dangerous jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like it puts a target on your back. So, have you ever had any like incidents where you felt like your life was in danger or?
Yeah, man.
She just looked up.
Yeah, cause she know. So I had a show with Finesse 2 times back in August, and it was a shooting. So I was like right behind everything that was going on. You could smell the gunpowder, and that was like the most like chaotic. Like, but apart from everything being chaotic, I was like the most calm because I was trying to find some folks. But it was crazy. Like even, that was the first time I was in it, but it's like just seeing everybody else just so it's crazy, man. I know, but I'm just low. I'm looking. I'm just like, all right, I need to find this person, and I need to find this person, and we can, get the hell out. It is a very dangerous job. It's a very dangerous position because, according to my understanding, I already just know, Finesse 2 times does not have a very good street rep, and that's why he don't necessarily go back to his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. There's reasons why rappers and artists can't go back to their hometown because their name is bad in the streets, and you got people out here who actually want to kill them. So him coming down here to Atlanta, got some hitters on him, just being one of the featured artists. I was around Finesse 2 times the whole night, so it's like just thinking at any moment any of that could have popped off, but just luckily it happened right at the end of the night because it was literally he was walking out the door, and as soon as he walked out, that's when they was busting, and I was like kind of in the line in the crowd, like in the line behind him. Like he had his security in front of him, then he had the security behind him, then he had like 3 folks, and then it was me. Security fucked up, like a nigga.
Everything happened.
Man, yes, and it's like a security, like he shot his stomach, he just bleeding.
Oh,
like,
he did?
Like that, I'm like, damn, like this is, I was like,
real
damn,
life.
like this is real life shit. This is real life shit, and here I am, I don't have no protection, not strapped up, and it's like that's the position that you can be in, being in this game, like for real, because everybody gets searched coming into the club, and the thing happened like right outside the club. Like the niggas was bold enough to come and get him walking outside the club. They ain't gonna get him on the parking lot. Of course, you gotta come inside and get searched.
Right.
They gonna pull up and they gonna do you out like that.
So it was like a drive-by.
So like I just definitely feel like being an artist, with being in that dangerous position, that just comes from the hate, but also with that, I feel like you have to always treat everybody good, always, every business situation, and just every situation in general, like just treat everybody well and always handle yourself well and handle them well, because you don't know what people are capable of. Because, hell, like we can even take Finesse 2 times off the thing, like regular drive-by shootings and shit be going on just because people hate niggas. Like people just hate each other. Like it's just hate crimes, and people get people whacked.
Yeah, like even the youth is just more violent now.
It's right.
And they're growing up way too fast. Like you see 12-year-olds with guns. Like
Man, it's I'm crazy running around Atlanta like they are, man.
I'm telling you.
For real. And I work in Atlanta, so every time I be seeing these young, I be like, bro, like chill, like what you doing around here?
Bro, yes, I had this incident.
Like, I be like, relax, like they be trying to be on some bullshit. Like they be like, for one, like they be trying to sell water or whatever.
All the water.
The water. So you got the water boys, and then you got the Bolo boys. They be like breaking into cars and shit. And I be telling them, like, cause I valet car, so like I be telling them like, like I be seeing them out, and I just be like, it's like don't just. I was like, bro, I be getting some of my tip out. Like, I be getting money like that night, and I be like, bro, like how much you need, bro? Like here, 100, bro. Come on, like relax. All right, you gotta do all that. Just make the right decision. I'm like, because if you get fucked up, like either that nigga will come out and kill your ass, or the police gonna come get your ass, and
that's your life, right?
So it's like, I be trying to I don't necessarily be liking to give them money, but it's like when push comes to shove, you know what I'm saying? Like to keep these folks like in line and keep them like
making horrible decisions.
Like don't do like that fucked up of a decision. Like you only fucking 14, 15 doing this shit, bro. Like nah, boy, you going to what the juvenile detention center to the fucking penitentiary when you 18. Like you done. They gonna transfer you. There ain't no getting out and you going from the juvenile detention center to the penitentiary. You're gonna transfer over because you just grown. That's it. Now everything gonna change. Now you in prison for real.
having an influence, you know, people want to gain a lot of influence. You get a lot of power from that. So, you know, you could take it as like Castanet situation where he was in New York. Yeah, or, you know, so you can relate that to Michael Jackson. That's a great amount of people going to one place where then the government comes in, you know, and hits them with something just to knock them off just a little bit. Like, Michael Jackson, they told him, you know, saying he was touching kids and stuff, which is, you don't really know, which is, you know, what's true.
Whether it's true.
Yeah, but you know, me personally, I believe, you know what I'm saying, they really just put up a rumor just so, you know what I'm saying, and Castanet, they arrested him on spot. They didn't even really do that.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
he got charges.
You know, when artists gain that much influence, you see the government come out and just knock them off, and it shows you like people that don't believe in themselves or believe like life can be what you make it. You know what I'm saying? Or and that they're trying to keep you in this little place that you don't think you can get out of. You know what I'm saying? It just shows you like artists that have a lot of influence will try to show you and try to get you out that blind phase. Like, okay, this is how the world is, or this isn't how the world is.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with being in that position, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're an influential person, you know, the good, bad, and the ugly, like, you're gonna have motherfuckers come after you, even more powerful people come after you. Like, they can send officials to come and, you know, arrest you, you know, and that shit is real. They'll have rat informants in your circle. Like, that's even more real. You know what I'm saying? Watching your every move, ready to, you know, stop you from getting to a certain point. And that's like, you know, let's be honest, like, you know, folks like us, you know, we all black. Typically, you know, they keep us mentally enslaved. And slavery is still real. It's just in a different form. But we have, but it's like, but now it's like we have a way to break out. But the system that they have in place keeps us so dumbed down and feeling so sorry for ourselves that we won't have the will to break out. But only except for the set few. But once the set few start getting, you know, breaking out the system, they, you know, send them in to shut them down. So it's like, it's still real, it's just in another form. And it's just different processes and different procedures and different levels and tiers to the shit. That's all it is. Everybody take their own paths in this industry. Everybody made their own decisions in this life. But, you know, you got to deal with the good and the bad and the ugly that comes with it, all the consequences.
Yeah, another thing I seen just in, not even just the music industry, but acting too. And I don't know why always all the men that get in the industry always end up wearing dresses. I don't know. Like that,
man, that's another humiliation ritual. It's another thing. Like it's still the same thing. And now it's like it's had so much of a, you know, it's had so much of a turn. Like shit. Like now it's like you have the LGBTQ. Like I mean, for real. Like I would just be real honest. I'll never do anything to condemn them. I love all people, but you know, at a time y'all got out of control. Like y'all got all these numbers and shit added to you. Like now you got numbers and different tiers of LGBTQ. Like first was just the LGBTQ, and now you have LGBTQ, and all the XY, and all the damn letters of the alphabet and the numbers. That's ridiculous. Yeah. And then on top of that, y'all ran cancel culture because if someone spoke out of turn, said something, now you cancel. I'm not afraid to get canceled. Like I'm gonna speak on what's right. And you know, like, and what's right, what's wrong. Like I said, I do not condemn them, but you know, their way of life, I just feel like that's their choice, but I do not feel like they should, you know, like swayed other people into that lifestyle choice. And it's like it's so heavily influenced on, you know, the youth now. And it's like a lot of laws that are being implicated, you know, has to deal, you know, that's, you know, more social, you know, it has to deal with, you know, these damn hormone blockers for fucking preteens. You're fucking 12, you're talking about hormone blockers because you don't want to go into puberty and you're trying to stop the process. Like, nah, like, why? Who are we to say to stop life? Like, now are we trying to play God now? We can't do that. And that's why things are so dark the way that they are. Like, dark. It's very dark. And people, that's why people cannot see because it's so dark and they're so blind. That's why, like, when people say, like, it's dark time, it's not, like, literal, actual, physical dark times, but it's, like, dark times where it's, like, a lot of motherfuckers cannot see the truth behind a lot of stuff. That's what darkness is. I'm just saying, like,
bro. At first I was cool.
that's what they mean when they say dark time.
That hit one right there. But you know, I didn't really care about the LGBT community. Like, I didn't care what they did at first, but once they started kind of coming for the kids, like pushing it, like having like drag. Have y'all seen?
The drag. Yeah, like
Like,
in the schools that are like it's part of the system. They be like, it's like it got to the school now. So I'm like, now you know this is all part of the agenda.
yeah, like I can't mess with that at all. And then not only that, like they even got books in the libraries, showing different like.
Yeah,
like,
I
doing,
seen it.
Yeah, you seen it? Yeah, they got them doing stuff in the books that's like, it's crazy. And then not only that, like you said, they having them change. Why can they even have the decision or the mindset, or even like, how is that an option? Or we even think about that for them at that type of age? Like, what? They can't even. You're not even allowed to like drink and all that other stuff, but you can just change
you can change your whole genome. Like
what?
That's crazy, bro. That's wild, bro.
I remember I had a friend and his sister came home talking about, oh, I'm this and that. But she's like in like 4th grade. I'm like,
see the devil
yeah,
is
like
at work.
Kids, they don't know what they're talking about. So when they're saying stuff, they just like, oh yeah, you know, I'm this and that. Just so.
But it's like, but why should that even be like mentioned in the kid for even kids don't even think thoughts like that.
Yeah,
that has to be learned or heard. That's the whole thing. So it's like kids being exposed to that, like that's craziness to me.
Exactly. And then you'll have kids that have a good home. They'll go to school and get influenced by other kids.
And that's where it all happens at.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
When you're away and they're at school, that's why, like, you know, I don't have kids, but I know for me, like, if I did, I would definitely be primarily probably homeschooling and
find a program
or some type of extra program, because, you know, school ain't gonna cut it. It's too much going on.
Yeah, prison gonna change. Tell you.
That's where they really hitting at now, because they know that they got to get the youth, because they're the next one's coming up. So that's what I feel like. That's where all this stuff is coming from, because them knowing that the youth is easily persuaded with certain stuff, and once you get something in somebody's head, it's like planting a seed. So it's
they're trying to usher in the new world order. Like this is like, I'll probably say between like this generation coming up and probably like our greats. That's where it's like it's really gonna the world is gonna be it's not gonna be the world no more. That's probably when a lot of things gonna go on, because
pop off.
I mean, I read the Bible. You know, I read the whole book of Revelations. A lot of people get things misconstrued. People saying, you know, Jesus coming back. I mean, he definitely is. As time is getting closer, but a lot of things have to happen first. The world has to be like dark to where there's no light first. So a lot of and that do be making me upset, because a lot of people like misconstrue the Bible, and then like they'll go and make like their own, I would say, like predictions about things, but that's just, you know, not true. Like, you know, a lot of people say God is gonna come back for like how long, and it's just good to be watchful, because that's like, I feel like that's the timestamp for, you know, a lot of things that's going on. Like all this stuff that's going on, like as I got older,